Hi there, welcome back to LinkedIn Live Supercharged Fridays. How are you doing? Come in the comments and say hello. I hope to see you. Hey Dan, you didn't miss me. I'm right here. How's it going, guys? Good morning to you in California, Dan. How's it going? I thought I'd come in the comments and say how you are doing. How's it going? Let's share. Let's have a drink together. I got my. It's 2 in the afternoon. I am marking the official start to the weekend. Up almost with a little drink. And whatever it is you're going to be drinking, a green smoothie, coffee. Normally I have my tea, not today. Cheers. How are you doing? All right. Awesome. Good to see you here, Dan. How is it going? If you guys don't follow, Dan is amazing. He is very active on LinkedIn and is regular over there with. Am I live, by the way? Is everything all right? Am I live on? Can you guys give me a thumbs up if I'm live in other places as well? Okay, I'm live. Whew, wasn't quite sure what was going on because I can't see. I'm on my phone today. Hi, welcome. Welcome. Very cold here as well, Risto. Lovely to see you guys. How's it going? Is there anything I can do to help? Particularly some of you who are going through career transition. Let's help each other. It's not like I have the answers and I'm the guru and you are the person, the student with the questions. I learn every single time I do these live streams. So let's chat. I got a question on email from someone a couple of days ago, and I'm going to be addressing that. And it's based on rejection. We're going to talk about rejection because those are floating around. It's the nature of the beast. But if you've got any questions and you're watching live, I'd love to see how one of us, me or someone in the audience watching, can help. So if you've, yeah, I don't have to say this. I don't have to state the obvious. Whatever it is I can help with, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for joining in. Good morning as well in Chicago. Lovely to see you. Happy to see how it is I can help. Cheers. And good morning, and thank you for being here at 5 a.m. I hope you're doing well. Dan, I know it's not an easy time with all these layoffs looming large, but yeah, I have no doubt that the next step will be amazing. Doesn't feel like it always, but we know it will be. We know it because we have the faith. So while I wait for the questions to come in case you're typing, and I know there's always a delay, I got this question from someone who was doing really well in their transition and the conversations they were having with people. And this was the first 2-3 weeks of January. And then things slowed down, and this person was told no. So that was hard, which, as you can imagine, it is, right? And it's very hard to stay motivated. So I think that you just have to go through it. Sometimes the only way to go through the forest is through it. You can't go around it. So sometimes, even if you don't like the forest, you gotta just go through the problem. So I highly recommend, as someone who's been through 3 layoffs, and I know this from deep personal experience, not only tech, but also in industrial companies, etc. It sucks. Okay, let's call it what it is. I don't want to tell you all about do one little thing and make this little tweak and make your resume and everything will be okay. No, we have to embrace the emotions before we take the next step because they catch up with us, right? So you got to do whatever it takes to just express yourself and express how frustrated you are. Do not express this to strangers. Do not express this to future employers. The safest place you can express negativity and frustration and bitterness is with the closest ones around you. And just let it out. I'm a big believer in not letting it fester inside because it'll give you an ulcer. And it's a process. It's not that, oh, I've let it out for 3 days and I had, my Ben and Jerry's and my Nutella and Netflix and now I'm healed. No, it's a journey. It comes back in waves. I remember this from personal experience. And then you also get you have the anger and then the sadness and then the denial. Sometimes it can go back to anger also. But how dare they? I was one of their best people. Listen, I have it on good authority. I'm not going to name names here, but some of these companies that have done layoffs in the recent past, I have some inside information. And I will share is some of the best people have been laid off, if you didn't know that already. And I was even told by a friend of mine that he knows people who are extremely incompetent and they've established their little kingdoms. They should have been laid off in 2016, 2017, 2018. They're still there. So it's a very political thing and it's got almost nothing to do with you. So I think that's really important. Once you go through these motions, right? You gotta like very slowly pick up the pieces because this is where your mindset can help you or it can hurt you. It can help you with small little, you know, changes that you make every day. It can help you by surrounding yourself with good people who have your interest at heart. It is not helpful to compare other people's announcements on LinkedIn and say, I'm happy to report that I'm starting a new job. No, don't compare. Be happy for them because you're going to attract that happiness as well. And make a plan. Make a plan Monday to Friday. Work on executing that plan full day. Imagine your kids are in daycare. You're doing whatever it is like a regular 9 to 5 job. Just do it. And it's going to work out. It's going to work out. But also pay attention if you noticed any red flags when you had started, when you were being interviewed in those companies, because you last thing you want to do is have those same red flags again and you didn't notice them because you didn't learn from that experience. It's like the universe is trying to tell you, hey, watch out here. We don't want to see that. We don't want to believe that. We would rather assume that that was wrong. Don't ignore those instincts. Of course, there's a lot more to it, but I have no doubt it's gonna work out. Absolutely amazing. So I got some questions. I know it's hard, Dan. I know this from experience. You're gonna do great. Hey, Amit, I got an interview on Monday with a manager in the US. I wanted to know if there's any difference between Indian managers and the managers in the United States. I am such a like I'm so not a fan of stereotyping. Indians work like this, Americans work like this, Gujaratis are like this, Punjabi. I hate it, okay? I don't like labels. However, yes, there are some obvious traits which are also highly influenced by personality. So focus on personalities because you may have some amazing bosses in India that are very direct, work really well, and then you can have very interesting boss in the US who doesn't give you straight answers and beats around the bush and they'll say, oh, he's got such an Eastern mindset. This guy's got a very American direct mindset. Sure, could also be their personality. It's the way they've seen things. So I would say rather than focus on their nationality, check them out on LinkedIn, do a proper homework on them. You have it on Monday, so you've got the entire weekend. Please spend a lot of time preparing. Think about the kind of questions they would ask you. See, are they present anywhere? Do they have any footprint on the internet? Have they done interviews? Have they done podcast episodes? So when you meet them on Monday, they should feel like you know them because you spend so much time on them. I would say focus on the person. Obviously, also know what the position is about and why you and nobody else is the best person to occupy that position. So total crazy high level of preparation. You've got to be over prepared because when you're over prepared, luck is in your favor. And another thing I listened to yesterday, I had a guest on my podcast and we were recording, and he said something very interesting. He said, when you're over prepared, you also tend to be present because you know your stuff. You've taken so many pages and pages of notes. It's like an exam. You know your stuff. And then you can actually focus on being present, listening, answering questions, asking interesting questions, right? Hopefully that helps you. Good luck for Monday. If you are on LinkedIn, if you follow me, connect with me on LinkedIn as well. Let me know how it goes. Hi, Roma. Thank you for joining live. I missed a couple of questions. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, Jay, how do you handle 3-month notice period? Jay, this is a very common question. I hear a lot. Almost every single LinkedIn live, I hear about this. Just like we start in a company, we negotiate so many things. You got to negotiate notice period if you need to. If it's a no, it's a no. But most companies, they know it's in their best interest that if you want to leave, they let you leave because you're not effective, you're not motivated anymore. But some companies can, some people are bitter. They'll keep you till the very last day because it says in the plan. It's not very smart because you're not the most engaged employee. But I can't speak to that because every company is different. If they say 3 months, see if you can negotiate down to 9 weeks, 7 weeks, 5 weeks. See, to show them how you see. What they care about is continuity. If you can show them that there's going to be continuity even once you're gone, because you've identified certain, contingencies that will be addressed, etc., they care less. But not everyone is reasonable. So yeah. Hey Daksh, hard to predict about the future of layoffs, but I can say, especially in the tech sector, that there's a lot of data that's coming out that the layoffs that have happened, firstly, it's a very small percentage of their total headcount, and it is a very interesting. I saw this graph by Scott Galloway, who's a professor at NYU Stern, and he was showing how even the percentages that are laid off, if you compare them to the numerator is the number of people laid off in that company, and the denominator is the number of people who were hired during 2021, during the boom period. It is still a small percentage. I don't think layoffs are ever going to go away, but I think the overhiring that had happened, maybe some of it was unexpected, some of it was unplanned, maybe some of it was irresponsible. I don't know. Hopefully, people are learning lessons and going to do better in terms of future layoffs. Can't say. But there are a lot of tech companies out there that don't do layoffs. And whether they are small, medium, large, like Apple, they haven't, right? They're responsible with their hiring. But there's a balance. You always need blood, fresh blood from outside. And sometimes you got to let the old blood get out. You need some circulation, because otherwise it's not healthy. So, but when it's not a fit, it's not a fit. So, all right, let's see. What did I miss? Hey, Daksh, I finally made the career transition. And the new job is exactly what I hoped for. Congratulations. That's amazing. I completely agree that you just got to push through sometimes. Yeah. I hear you on that. No other way to do it. Hi, Sonam, which is not my name. Hi, Jigar. Implementing a negotiation strategy you shared before, and believe I'm getting a bump. Yay, amazing. I just got another message from someone who got a 15% bump as well. I'm happy for you. This is why I do what I do. Money matters, man. Cash matters, hard cash. I like equity. I like stocks. I like long-term incentive plans. I like short-term incentive plans, but there's nothing like hardcore cash that we need to help us, to help our families, and to help others who need it. And by the way, I should have mentioned this in the beginning. See, every time you get more money, you attract money. You also help people with money. That's just the human nature we have. So if you're watching this and if you have a few seconds, go and check out UNICEF, see what they're doing, or any other organizations that are doing amazing work on the ground with the earthquake in Turkey, Syria, Lebanon. That region has been very badly hit, right? We know that. And already that area was not doing very well financially, with over a dozen years of fighting happening in that region. So it's been a very unstable region as well, politically, physically, financially, and then going through, I'm reading about 15,000 or 20,000 fatalities. These are real people like you and me. It's pretty awful. So please see what you can do to help people around you, help people in your city, help people who are, affected by natural disasters. This is one of the things about having money. People think you're greedy if you ask for money. One of the reasons I love earning money is I help those in need who don't have it. And it helps me to do exactly what I'm doing today: free sessions, live, cohort based courses, not charging an arm and a leg, because that is reserved for my VIP private one on one clients. So take advantage of money and do good with that money, because then it's, it comes back to you in many ways. All right. How will you think about freelancing? Guys, I'm not a huge fan of, I'm so sorry. I'm going to skip questions which are related to trends and future and predicting. I'm not the best person. I don't like reading about these trends. I don't like talking about these trends. I'm a person who will follow and see what's happening in the news. I'm not the person you should be asking this. I'm more of a, individual careers, individual stories, and how you can do what you can do to make the changes you need to make and supercharge your career. Hi, Risto. The tech jobs, the latest World Economic Forum report. I'm planning to read that as well. It's always interesting, particularly when they talk about the latest skills. Yeah, that's a good point. So the person who asked me this question about tech layoffs and future of jobs, Balaji, check out the World Economic Forum report. These are always free to download. Hi, Brenda. How's it going? Amazing. So, last question here, and I think I'm going to let you guys go. I'm actually, for some reason, I'm very cold in this office today. Don't know if you've noticed, I'm wearing like this giant grandfather sweater. I have a blanket that has on my lap, and I'm still quite cold. I'm still quite cold. It's been a cold couple of days. So, Ishwar Lingam, hello. Um, Management roles are filled by networks in most of the companies. Share some ideas to reach the HR. Okay. I got a lot of ideas. Some of it is related to networking. I've got a lot of other ideas as well. So, in the interest of time, Ishwar, what I'm going to say to you is check out my YouTube channel. I have a particular playlist, and the playlist is how to get a good job fast or find a good job fast, something like that. And I have so much information in there. So, you can definitely do it. And you're very right that rather than apply, there's nothing wrong with applying, by the way. You have to still apply. Because even if you go to inside through a referral, they say, "Oh, by the way, can you just apply so you come through the system?" They don't. Nobody likes like outside the lines. They want you to color in the lines. So even if it's a formality, right? It always helps to, if you're not getting in through the front door, always helps to go through the side door, provided somebody can open the door for you. Makes it much easier for you. So many ways you can do that. Check out on LinkedIn who are the people who are doing important work there, decision makers, and who are the people you have in common. Ask them to make the intro for you. A friend of a friend. This is where, honestly, if you've done good work and you've helped people in the past, this is the time to cash your chips. This is the time to ask for help. So I definitely know this will work out for you. You just have to kind of stay in the game, make a plan, have a tracker, like a spreadsheet tracker, and see who you're working with, who you're talking to, who do you know, when was the last time you reached out to them, what company are they in, are they warm contacts, are they cold contacts, all of that. That's what I do with my clients, and it's something that definitely is possible for you as well. All right, amazing. We talked about so many different things today. Is there anything else I can help with? Is there anything else? If you're watching and you're a coach, is there something you'd like to cover we didn't talk about that you think would be helpful to someone who's watching today? Feel free to share that in the chat as well. And if you're watching, connect with each other as well. On LinkedIn, you guys have at least one thing in common, that you come here once in a while, you come here live, maybe you come here every week. And you have supercharged Fridays in common. So definitely connect with each other. Always helps to know more people in your network. Best case scenario, it results in some kind of future business transaction. You end up working together. Worst case scenario, one more person in your network. Really, nothing bad happens by increasing the depth and the breadth of your network. All right. Any other questions? Any other things you're thinking about? Let me see. Hey, Shubham, how do you keep your connections warm? It's the same way as, see, because you got to think of them as people. I don't even like the word connections because it makes them sound like not human. Makes them sound like a box or a package, and you're imagining them like it's a transaction. Just think of them as people. What do people do? People are people. It doesn't matter if you know them in a business to business context. You're always on a human to human context. If Diwali is coming up, happy Diwali. Hey, what are your plans for Holi? Hey, it's your birthday. Hey, Christmas. Yeah, I heard your kids went to this school. Just stay in touch. You saw something they wrote on LinkedIn. You really enjoyed it. Check out, maybe they did something on Twitter. Comment on it. It's very, it should feel very organic and very natural, as opposed to reaching out so you're on top of their radar, but it's very artificial. I'm not a fan of artificial. Just, it takes practice, but it'll definitely come to you. Hi, Neiman. How is it going? All right. Hey, Mayank, I just answered this question some time ago about the notice period. So feel free to catch the replay because you'll definitely hear me talk about that. On a notice period, how do I use this time? Oh, that's amazing. So start with my YouTube channel. That would be a great place to start because I have so many videos you can binge watch, particularly related to look at the videos related to resume, LinkedIn. I'm sorry guys, I've not been very regular with my videos. I've had a little problem with my editors. I've finally decided to outsource my editing because I used to do all my editing myself. Sorry, on a side note. But I've had two editors and unfortunately they've left. So I'm currently looking for editors because I've realized I need to outsource this function. It takes up too much time. So I have so many videos that are planned that are coming up related to so many mistakes people make, good things to do, some things to avoid, etc., related to career transition. So they'll all be coming. But in the meantime, I already have like 100 plus videos that I'm sure will be helpful to you as well. Hey, Kevin, how can I ethically research about the value of the current position? Glassdoor, etc., doesn't have accurate data. Sure, check out a couple of other sites like Payscale, payscale.com, and 100% ethically. That's the only way to do things. If you're in the US, salary.com. There's another website that's come out called Fishbowl, BOWL, fishbowl.com. .com. I'm not sure what is what, but the best resource, if you can find it, is people who are in the recruiting industry, staffing industry. They're not internal recruiters, they're external recruiters. They have a very good sense. If you have a friend, so you can find out about the comp and ben structure in that company. That will definitely help you. And for that, local contacts for sure. Okay. Hey, Margaret, I only been in a job for 4 weeks and I have to move away. You got to tell them it's ripping a band-aid, right? But obviously, practice your answer. Whatever the reason is, I hope you have a very good reason that you have to move away, and find out before you give them the bad news. Is there anything else you can do? Can you work remote for them? Think about the different scenarios, because moving away is the last resort, right? If you think that there is no choice and you have to move away, then you have to rip the band-aid. You got to do it. But just practice your answer so you speak with empathy, because they spent so much time looking for you and finally they found you, and in less than a month you decide, yeah, hi guys, bye guys. Put yourself in their shoes. It's pretty awful. Have empathy. If you know of someone who can take your place, recommend, so that the blow is less. Okay. I obviously don't know the circumstances under which you're leaving. Is it because you hate the place or whatever? But obviously, be honest, but not that honest. Gotta polish your answers. Not everything has to be shared. Okay, Ankit, I have an interview discussion and I requested working remotely. The company only supports hybrid. It's one of the things you can also check in the job description. If you ask for 100% remote, but the job description said it's hybrid, then you might be seen as someone with a red flag. Not sure, Ankit. Maybe, maybe not, right? If they find someone else who's even happier with hybrid, then they might give that person a preference, because they might see that you may not stay that long. So you can put yourself, you can understand that, right? How to negotiate salary after a career break? This is definitely possible. Definitely possible. I'm sorry, I don't see your name. Please connect with me on LinkedIn and see. Oh, if you don't connect with me on LinkedIn, no problem. See, a couple of days ago, a few weeks ago, I had posts on this cohort that I'm doing, live cohort, to help people to get back into the workforce after an extended career break of a minimum of 6 months. I'm going to be launching that in about 10 or 15 days time. I'm working on the course material right now, and it's going to be live, cohort based. If that's something you're interested in, feel free to send me a direct message. Hello from Virginia. Gaycock, not sure did I say your name correctly. Should you include career gap on your resume? Yes, I have a whole video on this topic, my friend in Virginia, and I think you should. My experience has been to not leave things, not make people guess, and not leave something open to interpretation. And I would write specifically. So watch that video of mine. If you want to know which video, send me a direct message and I'll send it over to you. Because in that video, I also share exact wording that you can use on your resume. So it comes across as professional and something you're actually not ashamed of. You're proud of it. And embrace it. I'm a fan of embracing these things. It's okay. Okay, good luck. They said they'll think through the options. All right. Good. I understand. Hey, Varsha. Someone asked me, why should a job seeker have a profile on LinkedIn? Simple question. Why would you not? I want to see, like, you will answer that. Ask that dude or that babe, why? Give me one reason why you would not have a profile. Like, it sounds like somebody's trying, like, playing jokes on you or something. Hey, Jasmine. Yay, women. Reach out to me, man. Please. You've seen my email address on my YouTube profile as well. Let's see. Let's find out if we are right for each other. I'm looking for someone who's doing this, one of the many things they're doing. It's not the only thing they do. But if you see that there could be a fit, then let's talk about it. How do you build a resume in case my network increase? How to build my resume, increase my network, and increase my connections? Wow, that's a question that will take up, like, literally just one topic will take up the entire live broadcast. Build my resume, increase my network, increase. Okay, quick answer. Check out Sonal Behel's YouTube channel, and everything has a playlist. Resume has a playlist. Network job search has a playlist, and it'll include connections as well. I even give specific tips for LinkedIn connection requests. Everything is in there. So, short answer, check that out. That will help you. So, yeah, Varsha, somebody who's asking this in 2023, honestly, like, yeah, they've lived under a rock or something all these years that they think that there are other options out there. There's people who say resumes are dead. Now, this person is saying LinkedIn is dead. So, I'm not sure where do they hang out. Like, they don't need anything. Maybe they're superstars. Okay, good. All right, guys, we covered so many things today. We talked about resume gaps, we talked about rejection, we talked about how to stay in touch with people, how to reach out when you don't know the person. Oh my goodness, it's been really good, almost half an hour, and I hope this has been useful. If it has been, tag a friend here, tag a friend in the comments, share this. Don't keep it to yourself, especially if you've been following me for a while and you enjoyed this. Give me a like in one of the platforms, wherever you're watching me. Give me a like or a heart. Share this with a friend who needs this help. Don't keep good things a secret, okay? Share the love, and I shall see you at the same time next Friday as well. Quick last check. No other questions. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a good Friday and a good weekend. And do not forget about Turkey and Syria. Do whatever you can. No amount is too small. Check out the work being done on the ground by the United Nations, UNICEF, and do what you can to help people who need this help a lot, the most. Take care. Much love. See you next Friday.